Hello, hello, welcome back to Gold Rush. I'm Hitman82, and as you can see, finished digging out this area here. I just finished. And probably little bits in there. I'm not going to worry about that. So, next we're digging. Where are we digging next? Let's have a look at our gold map. And we'll move this up. So this should be all empty now. Yep, no gold. No gold left over there. It's all gone. Ooh, there's some gold. So next up, we'll select square number 168. Is there anything in that one? Nah, not really. Just toggle that square so we can see what we're doing. Alright, so that's where I'm going to start digging. So to get there, well, first of all, we have to fire up the wash plant because I still have a little bit of dirt to run through it. In the dump truck and in the conveyor. Now everything's fueled up. We're all set to go. So let's get this going. So we start at the bottom of the wash plant and turn on the switches on the way up it. So this is the lower area in the water pump, and this is for the upper part, and then we turn on the conveyor. Oh, that is so neat when that turns on. Alright, so let's get in the dump truck here. We'll empty that out, and then we'll head over. Okay, where are we at here? 58%, so I gotta make sure I don't overload the shaker. Yeah, it looks okay. And the conveyor is about 60% full. I don't know how well you can see the numbers on the screen here. So just carefully unloading it at the speed where I'm not gonna overwhelm it, because then you lose that good dirt. You don't want to do that. Oh, so glad we bought the drill. Hemmed and hawed about that forever, but it certainly has paid off, hasn't it? Okay, so that's done. We'll shut this off for now. Switch to the excavator. Alright, so now looks like the wheels bounced out of the back of the truck there. I guess I better go and put that away. Whoa. Wow. Magicked all the way over here. Okay. Oh, that's so loud, isn't it? Yeah, it would be in real life too. That wash plant would be quite a racket. Conveyor is just about empty, and then it takes a minute to come up on the conveyor belt here. That looks good. Alright, so let's head over. Get away from that racket. Hope that wasn't too loud. It was for me, but I've got my sound cranked right up. My headphones, I mean. Turn. So we're gonna drive over and actually drive out on that ramp. That's the ramp I made with the front loader. It seems like forever ago. Actually, that was before I got the mining drill, so it's been a while since I've been digging on that side. Wow, it sure looks different with that big pile of dirt over there gone. Alright, come on, excavator. I suppose I could speed it up here, but this gives me a chance to yak without having to think too much on what I'm doing. Right, so we'll probably do some digging today. I think it'll be a whole dig-a-sode. I mentioned before a plan to get a large generator. Well, as you can see, I've paid out 70 ounces of that 235 ounces I had. I've paid out 70 ounces in gold. So the gold that you see up there, 164 ounces, that's ours. Nobody has a claim on it. So we could probably refine it and get about 150, low 150s. So that'll give us some money there. That's about $180,000, I would guess, something like that. Money. Yeah, okay, so this will do. Let's see how far we can reach. So basically, I want to park close enough that I can still scoop. Alright, so I can still scoop on the ground there. So I could actually back up a little bit more, but yeah, let's just do this. There we go. This will be good. And then I can just back the truck up right here. So let's shut that down. We'll head back to the truck. I think the wash plant, is that done now? Nothing left up there. Nope. Alright, so shut our conveyor down. And we shut down from the top down. And then the trommel and the shaker. And then finally the water and the jigs and the hog pan. So we're looking at getting that generator next, and then it's just one flip of the switch. I've only used it a little bit. I'm not sure if you can have individual buttons for individual parts. I guess we'll see. Something new and exciting to look forward to. Oh my goodness, you know what I just realized? Today is Sunday. I'm recording on Sunday. I could buy that Frankenstein for $1 today. But you know what? I don't feel that I really need to buy any equipment this moment, so I'm gonna save that for another day. The buying that dump truck, that helped out so much that we're making a pretty decent profit now without a stupendous amount of work. So I think we'll hold off on that. Perhaps we'll wait a little bit and maybe we'll get that Pine Valley or something. But we don't really need any freebies right now. Okay, I'm derping with this. I'm trying to park this in such a way that I'm not going to be hitting the back of the dump truck with the bucket, trying to get in close for the dirt. So we'll park it right here, and then you'll see, hopefully, that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, let's just pretend that's the case. Do you like this view or the external view from the cab better? I can't really see when I'm trying to dig with the in cab. I just can't see. I mean, sure that it's more realistic, but I guess on an older machine, the newer machines probably have cameras. But again, I don't know. Hey, have you used an excavator recently? A new one? Are there cameras mounted on the side of the boom like this? Well, not exactly like this. It'd be more like the other boom cam, like this. Because then you see you could mount it right here at this hinge. That makes sense. Well, let's just do this view. As long as well, the only problem with that is as you get closer in, it kind of curls under. I think I'm a little too close to the edge. Yeah, I think so. So let's move over a little bit. Whoops, wrong button. The parking brake changes depending on which whether I'm driving or digging mode. So I think as long as I can reach the dump truck, if I can't quite reach the ground, that's okay. I need to clear the top part first, because it's hard to dig in really close up high. Yeah, I could dig this way, I suppose. Yeah, we'll dig in this view. Whoops. Except then I'm just going to derp it. That's alright. As long as the dirt goes in the back of the dump truck. Did it go in? Yeah, we're at 45. So that's more like 44, because we get about 11% per full bucket. Which means 9 scoops to fill this thing. And as you can see, digging like this is not going to take long for 9 scoops, is it? Probably at this rate, I'll be able to keep the wash plant up and running steady and keep feeding the beast. I noticed I'm kind of loosely tracking my time, how long it takes me to fill the wash plant. It was actually faster with the loader when you're this close to the wash plant. So I probably could have done the loadering a little more, like a little longer, but I don't know. By the time I got to like it is when I decided to replace it. But yeah, it would have been fine for doing this part. Just because the scoops, well, you'll see. So now I gotta switch vehicles, turn it on. Well, I guess this is still pretty fast. This is about the equivalent, I think, of 4 scoops with the loader. Like to load the wash plant. I don't know. Anyway, this is what we're doing. I don't know if there's any difference in the gold yield doing it this way versus the loader. I did not detect it. Some people say, oh, well, the loader mysteriously eats some of the gold when you're hauling it around. I saw no evidence of that, to be honest. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. It happened one other time. It's more than one time, and you've seen lots of them on screen, right? That's alright. That's alright. I'm a big guy. I can handle it. I can handle the embarrassment. Don't be embarrassed to be wrong. You should only be embarrassed if you deny being wrong, and then you're proven. So there. Just be honest, and that's all you got to worry about. That's a public service announcement from a dirt. There we go. Oh, don't turn the lights on. Press the right button to go to the right machine. Alright, load up this next one. Maybe when I'm about half full on the dump truck, if I think of it, I'll go start up that wash plant, and then I can just run this up there and unload. I have to be careful unloading this way, because it's very easy to dump a little bit on the ground. There we go. This is good dirt too. Oh, this is some good stuff. Nom 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 nom. If I was a bee and this was a flower, I'd be so excited. Where did that analogy come from? I do not know. But hey, it's an original as far as I know. As far as you know too, right? Yeah. Now that's just nonsense. Sunday morning nonsense. Alright, we'll keep on digging. Oops. So just keep cutting this down from the top. So the excavator will lose dirt if you dig from the bottom, but digging like this, where I'm kind of taking from the top first, we won't lose gold. So that's good. So losing gold is the opposite of what you want to accomplish in this game. So I didn't really have to dig this down for well, I guess at this height I can reach the bottom with ease, so digging this slope with the loader was worth it. Mind you, I wouldn't have done it this way if I'd already had the... Whoops, forgot to remind me to go turn on the wash plant. No, that's okay, that's on me. Sorry me. Alright, so we start from the bottom, and then the trommel and shaker, and then the conveyor. Okay, that should be, yep, sucking up the dirt. Alright, so now another scoop will fill the truck. Pretty well. It's probably going to be about 99%. Must have missed a little bit. Oh, 98, close enough. There we go, and up the hill. I shut the machines off just because they do use quite a bit of fuel. Yeah, I'm making some good money, but that doesn't mean I should waste it, right? Now, put this in here. So I wonder if I can get this filled up and back up here to unload the next one before the shaker empties out. I guess we'll see. If I could unload faster, that would help. But it kind of glitches out as the hopper fills. Then the truck will bounce around. Oh, okay, it didn't this time. Must have parked better. Whoops. Oh, what do we break? A piston. Wow, okay, I've never had that one before. Well, let's head over here. This is where we'll be fixing it. Well, I guess we won't be running the wash plant steady. Alright, so I've never repaired this part. Oops. So let's shut it down. Now what I am going to do is pause for a moment because I want to save this point because I'm doing kind of a compilation. Oh yeah, look, okay, there's the part, and that is called piston. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a moment. Alright, so there's our piston. So let's first of all figure out how the heck we get that off of there. Oh, it's over on the other side. Chances are that other one's going to fail soon too, but I'll just replace the parts as they come in for now. Alright, so what? Use a crowbar to take that off? Wow. Okay then. So, take this piston, throw it to the ground, and sell it. Goodbye, piston. Give me that $48. And now the expensive part. It's probably going to be like $2,000–3,000 or something crazy for piston. Run, run, run all the way over here. I could have just jumped into the truck first, oh well. Oh, and I need to shut the wash plant down. Okay, so equipment store, parts, we're looking for a piston. There's one. Oh, 1100. Oh, see, look at that difference in price there. 1152, 1498. Well, yeah, it's better if you can buy a whole bunch of parts and bring them back with you. You can save a lot of money. But, oops, so let's just jump straight to the truck. Oh, actually, what I'm gonna have to do is come back here. I want to shut this wash plant down because I don't want it getting damaged. Good thing I didn't leave the excavator running. Okay, so we can shut that off. Looks like the upper area can shut down. And there. Okay, so let's go over to the truck. And should have a part sitting here. Wow. Almost rolled down in the river. That wouldn't be good. Go down there panning for pistons. There you go. Okay, I was repairing a piston. Alright, back to it. And that happens a lot now with the, well, this is the first repair I've done on this dump truck, but it happens a lot on the wash plant. Breaking down. Every few times I load it, it breaks down again. Oh well, if you've watched the show, you'll see that's what happens. It's not one thing breaking down, it's something else. That's just the way it works. Especially if you don't buy new equipment. Alright, let's get down road here-ish. Oop. So by parking really close like this, then any overspill, if it's over dirt that already exists, so to speak, what I mean is any of this diggable dirt, it should just pile back up on it. So instead of, if it lands on this, it, I believe, will be destroyed. So, I wonder, is that, maybe that's when we talk about machines destroying dirt, that's probably what it is spilling over onto the bedrock and disappearing, maybe. I don't know. And I call that bedrock, it's not really, but I guess we can't dig it, so it's bedrock-ish. I don't know, it's a game, we'll just not think too hard on it. Let's dig this down. Otherwise, we're gonna have a steep slope over here. So I'm gonna dig in a little bit that way. There's gold in there too, a little bit. Dig, 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 fast as we can. Whole lot of digging to do. That's what the game's all about. Oops, fill that up. So we just kind of dig on a bit of a slope. You see how it's kind of sloping up the hill towards me here. Makes it easier as I dig lower. I won't be catching the arm on stuff, and it just works better. Plus you can kind of slide the bucket. See, kind of a scoop like that. And it looks nicer. Yeah, it's for cosmetic reasons. And doesn't that look better than all blocky, choppy, dug up, I guess. That should be our last scoop, and then we can go unload that one. And up the hill we go. So we'll just dump this in the conveyor. We don't, now that the wash plant's kind of flushed through here, we don't have to fire it up until after I've got that conveyor filled. And back around the corner. Come on, back, back, back. And there's another load in there. Away we go for next bucket. Now I need a faster way of getting this part down there. It's all about trying to do things faster. Well, it saves you fuel, and fuel is your biggest expense on this, other than the rent for gold, obviously, or the rent for the parcel. But fuel is by far the biggest. No, I'm gonna walk back on that one, because the parts are what's killing me now that this repairs part 2 is out. Because yeah, those parts, the breakdowns, and there's so many parts, and they all cost so much money. Mind you, I'm paying a significantly amount more by purchasing them through that PDA and having them ordered here. But how many trips to town would I be making? I mean, yeah, your time is worth money too, right? So just the cost of doing business. Cost of getting that gold. Yeah, keep on scooping this way. Whoops. I don't really care if I wreck a little bit over there. Yeah, see now that kind of I'm getting too close to this edge here, so I need to slope it more. Because you start digging from the bottom, you know what happens. Now actually I could see that when I drilled. I noticed one of the squares had a little bit of gray on the top. And I'll show you what I mean here. I don't think I can show it now because it's gone. But you see how it shows these levels? It showed gray on the top, and that means the dirt must have gotten dumped. Let's see. On top of that edge. Oh, there we go. See how it's gray right there? That's no gold at all in that. That's parcel 141. That's just over from me. And so the top of that is just dead dirt. And what probably happened, well, I don't know what happened. Let's have a look. So we look over that way. Okay, right next to me. You see, that was probably dug down from the top. Some of it collapsed on the top. Oh yeah, you can see there's kind of it's beat up on the top there a bit. Anyway, so that's dead dirt up there now. So that's caused by me. That wasn't generation of the dirt or anything like that. So there you go. Wow, I didn't realize I could move this around so much faster with the mouse. Learning things all the time. Alright, let's get back to digging. Gotta dig, dig, dig. Dig, dig, dig all day long. Dig, dig, dig. I'm not singing a song. Oh, that actually was a song. Proved myself wrong. Singing that song. Oh my. This game will make you crazy. Oh, so let's head up to the wash plant. Haha, I tabbed the right one that time. I say tab, that's from Farm Sim. I'm not really pressing tab. Okay, so we start the bottom, then the upper, the conveyor, and yes, I repeat that every time. It's to keep it straight in my head. It's just the way my brain works when it does. Alright, up the hill we go. I could probably unplug that light. What a difference. At night, the FPS is about around 60 to 70, and then during the day it drops to, 30 to 50. Must be the shadows. Well, I don't even have shadows enabled right now. I don't know what it is. Just the lighting effects, I guess. I don't know. There, I don't have to worry about overloading this now. Okay, we're empty. Okay, now we gotta try and rush back. Let's see if we can get this filled and back up here before the wash plant empties. Or the shaker, anyway. Let's move over this way a little bit so I can keep digging on that corner. Or the edge over there. Okay, back to the... Yeah, we got a system now. So I just gotta make sure I don't dig from this slope that I'm sitting on here. Like on that edge, you see how that edge is getting kind of straight? Well, I just gotta make sure I don't dig from that. So by digging this way, as long as I only dig over to the edge, you following that one? You still with me? If I don't dig to the edge, it won't ruin the gold. That's my theory. What is it based on? I don't know. A little bit of observation, I guess. Well, I've been tracking every bit I get from each load and where that load comes from, so. Well, not exactly. Like, I know approximately where a wash plant load comes from, the area, but I don't know exactly which square it comes from, because I didn't track that. Actually, what I should do is do that and just try and dig out a whole square, just that square, and then compare the gold I get out of the wash plant versus the gold I get showing in the square for the drill. And then I would know what kind of ratio or what kind of percentage I'm getting. Because I know it was around 20% with my current setup. I'll get, so if it's going to have 100 ounces of gold, I should get 20 ounces of gold out of it. But as my equipment is improved, and if I use workers to improve, I don't know if they can improve the yield actually. I don't think so. Whoops, I didn't dig that one very well. Should still be okay though, it seems to be, as long as you don't dig too far down. Alright. And let's see if, is there anything left in the shaker? So I can't tell if that's 5% now, or it just went to 0, or if it was 0 already. Well, okay, I'll just shut her down again. Whoa, turn the wrong way. Don't want to run into that stuff. Hit that fuel thing, it'll go flying. And it's just in the right spot, it can reach all this stuff. So I don't want to move it. Alright, so let's hop out, or we'll shut down the plant again. And the only I'm not doing this to save fuel because these generators at this point aren't really using a lot of my fuel. I'm doing it to save on the repairs. So I guess maybe in version 3 they should make it so turning things on and off is when they fail, just like on computers. Not just then, but a higher percentage, I mean. So every time you turn the thing on and you're breaking parts when you turn the thing on, then pretty quickly you learn to leave it on. Which is what I do with my computers. My computers, like this one right here, last time I restarted it was probably a week or 2 ago. But I never turn power off. I keep the computer nice and warm because that's what keeps the everything running. Every time you turn that computer off and then on again, you're zapping it with a big surge of power, and that's what cooks components. I learned that one over the years, just working on lots and lots of computers and seeing how they failed and why. When I worked up in Kitimat, that's up in northern Canada here, in northern British Columbia, I worked for a school district up there, and they've got a smelter, an aluminum smelter there, so they have their own power supply from hydropower. So the utility power from BC Hydro, they would run a slightly different voltage than what you would get from this hydropower. I know hydro and hydro, but from the Alcan smelter, or not their smelter, their power supply. So anyway, what would happen is sometimes when they had an abundance of power, they would sell it to the utility power, and when they did that, it would there'd be a little bit of a surge. I replaced so many power supplies in those schools because you can't afford to run a UPS on every computer in a school. You know, you got 600 computers, you're not going to run 600 power supply or UPS, the battery backup, and that's really what protects the equipment. So yeah, I replaced a lot of power supplies. Oh well. And other components too, of course. And so yeah, when you got 600 computers, you probably want to shut them off because they're going to use a lot of power. But then again, the replacing all those components as they get fried, that costs money and time and resources, So I don't know. I'm in the camp that if you don't shut it off, it probably won't fail, and that's been proven out in my experience. Now you're like probably saying, well, what about all the power you're using? Well, honestly, my power here is mostly generated by hydropower, so it's pretty renewable, and the price per watt isn't too high, or per kilowatt. But the price to replace components, not to mention then those components that fail go into a landfill and they use resources to be made, so it's kind of a toss-up. The clincher for me is just I run during the summer. My computers are running off solar power, so it's not a big deal. Alright, 70%. I'm just gonna wait. I should have turned this plant on sooner. So yeah, I turned my monitors off because they're easy to replace, and I haven't had them fail nearly as much as computer components inside the box. So turn my monitors off, but I leave my computer running. And it is just about time for an upgrade. I'm going to be doing it here this fall. I'm going to do an upgrade, and hopefully then when I'm recording these games, I'm going to be a little bit smoother because my frame rate will go up. It just tanked there because it auto-saved. Oh, there's another replacement. Whoops, and I didn't park this or turn it off. Oh well, it's not going to roll far. Got to turn off the wash plant. Oh my gosh. Hit the buttons, we're wasting. That's only going through the jig anyway. Okay, whoops. Let's get back in that dump truck. I was just about to sign off, but let's do we'll do a duplex. So this is the jig pump, wasn't it? Let's have a look at that. We can show that today. I don't think no, I haven't shown that one on screen. I've done a few of them, so I've got them saved, so I don't have to do that right now. Okay, so let's run down here and crouch down, and you can see there's the pump. You see it's red. It's like a big funnel. So we'll switch to our crowbar. Oh, maybe you don't need to. Can you just pull this thing off of here? Oh, I can't remember how to remove this. Thought it was. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Crowbar. All right, so now we head up the hill and we'll order another one of these pumps. Let's sell this one. So we'll get this repair done, and then we'll call it an episode. I can't see where I'm running. I'll just throw this over here and pick it up on the way by. Alright, so we'll go over parts and duplex jig pump. Yowzers, $3,400. It's hardly worth getting the goal I get out of it. It's hardly worth the parts. Yeah, we'll get that gravel pump and planter and all that stuff soon. I intend to, instead of just jumping to the highest tier stuff, I intend to get the kind of mid-tier stuff just so I can show it all and try it all, because I haven't used a gravel pump or any of the DLC yet. Not a single bit of it. Whoops. Let's sell that. Fewer parts we got laying around, the better our resources will be as far as video and stuff. We won't get as much lag if I had a huge pile of parts here. I would assume so. So I believe you'll notice those upgrade slots, so that every piece of equipment you got to pay extra. I think they did that just to reduce the amount of equipment people had, because each of those like dump trucks and excavators and all that stuff eats up your video resources, I think. So the more you have, the laggier it's going to get. So I think that to combat that, instead of optimizing, I think they just put in those slots so that you'd have just less equipment. That was what I read. Whether or not that's true is another story. Okay, that repair is done, and so is this episode. Next episode, we'll see. My intention at this point is to keep on digging here, and the next episode, maybe we'll purchase the big power plant, the big what do you call it, generator, and drop it in maybe right here, and use it to run the wash plant. I think the refining stuff down at the bottom, the wave table and the magnetizer, I think we'll wait on, or we'll leave those on just the pump, like those two things over here. And actually, we may just replace this pump, this gas pump, with an electric pump, and then so I just turn this one thing on, it turns everything on. Yeah, we'll think on that. All right, so that is the plan. At some point, it'll either be next episode or it's coming up, because I will be getting that generator. And when I do, that basically replaces all three of these generators. I'll be able to get more lighting around as well, so then I can work easier at night, because it is kind of dark when you're down there. It's hard to see when you're trying to line up the truck to park it and all that stuff. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I really like seeing those thumbs up. Well, who wouldn't, right? So, hey, you get to watch this, and in return, you can give me a thumbs up or a comment. Ooh, comments. Comments are great. You should leave me a comment too. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.